Treaty with the Delawares, 1778. Sufficient strength and capacity be built at the expense of the said states, with such assistance as it may be in the power of the said Delaware John to give, in the most convenient place and advantageous situation, as shall be agreed on by the commanding officer of the troops aforesaid, with the advice and concurrence of the deputies of the aforesaid Delaware nation, which fort shall be garrisoned by such a number of the troops of the United States as the commanding officer can spare for the present and hereafter, by such numbers as the wise men of the United States in council shall think most conducive to the common good. Article 4. For the better security of the peace and friendship now the contracting parties against all infractions of the same by them tisons of either party, to the prejudice of the other, neither party shall proceed to the infliction or punishments on the citizens of the other, otherwise than by securing the offender or offenders by imprisonment, or any other competent means, till a fair and impartial trial can be had by judges or juries of both parties, as near as can be to the laws, customs and usages of the contracting parties and natural justice, the mode of such trials to be hereafter fixed by the wise men of the United States in Congress assembled, with the assistance of such deputies of the Delaware nation as may be appointed to act in concert 1 R.P. Tech R. Meet with them in adjusting this matter to their mutual liking, and it is no fugitives, further a read between the parties aforesaid, that neither shall entertain or give countenance to the enemies of the other, or protect in their respective status criminal fugitives, servants or slaves, but the same to apprehend, and secure and deliver to the state or states, to which such enemies, criminals, servants or slaves respectively belong. Article V. TF and TFFCI, whereas the Confederation entered into by the Delaware nation and states to TR. D.TH the United States, renders the first dependent on the latter for all the Delaware nation. Articles O.F. Clothing, utensils and implements of war, and it is judged not only reasonable, but indispensably necessary, that the aforesaid nation be supplied with such articles from time to time, as far as the United States may have it in their power, by a well-regulated trade, under the conduct of an intelligent, candid agent, with an adequate salary, one more influenced by the love of his country, and a constant attention to the duties of his department by promoting the common interest, than the sinister purposes of converting and binding all the duties of his office to his private emolument, convinced of the necessity of such measures, the commissioners of the United States, at the earnest solicitation of the deputies aforesaid, have engaged in behalf of the United States, that such a trade shall be afforded said nation, conducted on such principles of mutual interest as the wisdom of the United States in Congress assembled shall think most conducive to adopt for their mutual convenience. Article Vi. United Stat.SGTL. Whereas the enemies of the United States have endeavored, by every NT to them an H, to THID, 1th territorial rights as artifice mountier power, possessionens in genero and OPM equals TDD by former ion that it is the design of, if the states aforesaid, to extirpate the inmenses, and take possession of their country, to obviate such false suggestion. The United States do engage to guarantee to the aforesaid nation of Delawares, and their heirs, all their territorial rights in the fullest and most ample in NER, as it hath been bound ed by former treaties, as lo, if G as they the said Delaware nation shall abide by, and hold fast the Chem Treaty Ri H 6 Nations, 1784. 5. Of friendship now entered into, and it is further agreed on between the contracting parties should it for the future be found conducive for the mutual interest of both parties to invite any other tribes who have been friends to the inherit of the United States to join the present Confederation, and to form a state whereof the Delaware nation shall be the head, and have a representation in Congress, provided th. to be DDLTLT to have a repper no NG con mien. Is our ICE concierge con Yusuf. On one icentation in Ian Tilda meets with the APJ greater than robation of Congress. And it is also the intent on certain and meaning of this article, that no protection or countenance shall be afforded to any who are at present our enemies, by which they might escape the punishment they deserve. In witness whereof, the parties have herunto interchangeably set their hands and seals at Fort Pitt, September 17th, Anno Domini 1778. Andrew Lewis, Thomas. Lewis, White Eyes, is ex-mark, the pipe is ex-mark, John Kilbuck is ex-mark, in presence of Flacken McIntosh, Brigadier General, Commander the Western Department. Daniel Broadhead, Colonel 8th Pennsylvania Regiment, W. Crawford, Colonel. John Campbell, John Stevenson, John Gibson, Colonel 13th Virginia Regiment, A. Graham, Brigade Major, Latch. McIntosh, Jr., Major Brigade. Benjamin Mills, Joseph L. Finley, Captain 8th Pennsylvania Regiment, John Finley, Captain 8th Pennsylvania Regiment. Treaty with the Six Nations, 1784. Articles Seawolch dead at Fort Stanwix on the 20_2nd day of October, 1780 foul, between Oliver Wolcott, Richard Butler, and Arthur Lee. Commissioners Plinip_Tentry from the United States in Undris assembled on the one part, and the sachems and warriors of the nations on the other. The United States of America give peace to the Senecas, Mohawks, Onondagas, and Cayugas, and receive them into their protection upon the following conditions. Article I. October 22, 1784. 7 Stat 15. S. H11B. Though D1. Entity HB Hosta just to be given 9 OSSE SSAEM 1 Y Ivory Com 1 Shiners Y. 2. GRISO NRSAREDLIVTHE said nations to remain in possession of the United States till all are up. The prisoners, white and black, which were taken by the said Senecas, Molioks, Onondagas, and Cayugas, or by any of them in the late war, from among the people of the United States, shall be delivered up. Article 2. The Oneida and Tuscarora nation shall be secured in the possession till dawn of lands of the lands on which they are settled.